Hey you, welcome back to Weekly Wisdom, Informative Strategies and Real Results. I'm Nikki, and if you're new here, this is where we share practical, research-based strategies that actually work for families dealing with learning challenges. Today I want to share with you a story that perfectly illustrates something I see time and again in my work. How learning struggles ripple through an entire family, and more importantly, how the right support can transform everything. Earlier this year, I was reminded just how powerful this ripple effect can be when Emily came to see me at the end of last year. For Emily, maths felt like an unsolvable puzzle. English was also a challenge, and instructions often left her completely baffled. However, here's what made Emily's situation so typical of what I see. She held it together beautifully at school. To her teachers, she might have seemed like she was coping just fine. However, the moment that school bell rang, the frustration came flooding out. Tears, tantrums, complete exhaustion. This became the regular and repetitive soundtrack of the family's evenings. Emily's mum and dad were incredibly supportive, and mum tried her absolute best to help. However, their communication had reached breaking point. Mum's way of teaching just didn't click for Emily, and Emily couldn't make sense of her mum's explanations. Evenings became tense, and it felt like a completely no-win situation for everyone. Does this sound familiar to you? If you're nodding along right now, please know that you're definitely not on your own. So, what did we do to fix this? Through the Mastery for Maths program, we started by identifying exactly which foundational concepts Emily was missing. And here's the key. We rebuilt them step by step, often using practical hands-on activities. We worked lots in the kitchen, and so this was so Emily could see exactly how the maths worked in real life, and then she was able to explain it back to me in her own words. I'll never forget what Emily told me partway through our work together. She said, "I know all this math stuff, I just had no clue how it all fit together." And that right there is at the heart of so many learning struggles. It's not that children or other people can't learn, they just need someone to help them see how all the pieces connect. 6 months later, Emily's transformation has been absolutely remarkable. In just 6 months, she has passed all her work so far this year, including internal exams and assessments. She successfully met all her numeracy requirements, and she's even earned her learner's license to drive. She now works independently, meets deadlines without anyone having to chase her up, and instead of those dreaded messages Mum used to receive about missing work, the school is sending home positive updates. Honestly, the academic progress is just part of the story. At home, the change has been just as profound. Evenings are now peaceful, and assignments get done without conflict. Emily is way calmer, more confident, and so much better at sequencing and managing her tasks. Her family is proud beyond words, and her mum sums it up perfectly. She told me it was the best money I have ever invested. Emily's journey is a powerful reminder that the signs of learning struggles are not always obvious. For months and months, or possibly years, she kept most of her frustration completely under wraps during the school day, only for it to erupt and pour out the moment she walked through the front door. From the outside, it might have looked like she was coping just fine, but beneath the surface, she was overwhelmed and honestly pretty close to giving up. Here's the thing that breaks my heart. So many children and adults, for that matter, become absolute experts at hiding their struggles, even from the people who love them the most. That's actually why I created a specific episode on my YouTube channel called Hidden Signs Your Child is Struggling and How to Help. In that video, I share exactly what to look for, including those quiet signs that are so easy to miss, and most importantly, how to respond with understanding instead of adding more pressure. Here's what I need you to understand. Your child, partner, friend, or colleague is not lazy. They are not unmotivated. They are protecting themselves from the frustration and often embarrassment that comes with feeling completely lost. In that YouTube episode, the Hidden Signs one, I share 4 practical steps you can take right now to help them rebuild their confidence, find their footing, and start succeeding again. I'll make sure I'll add a link to my YouTube channel in the description below. The most important message I want to leave you with today is, if you know someone who is struggling to keep up, whether it's at home, school, or at the workplace, there is a way forward. Sometimes all it takes is a fresh approach and the right tools to help everything finally click. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and if you would like to chat a little bit more about this, just click on the link in the show notes. I'm incredibly grateful for all the suggestions and stories you've already shared with me. Your ideas and experiences shape absolute everything I create. And I hope you're finding these videos useful and maybe even trying some of the strategies I suggest. I want to make sure that I'm sharing practical tutorials that are inspired by the real challenges that the families out there face every day. However, more than that, I want to make sure that they truly help you. So here's my question. What is your biggest challenge right now? Is it those homework battles? Is it the quiet loss of confidence you're seeing in your child or your loved one? Is it those after school or after work meltdowns that leave everyone feeling completely drained? I'd love to hear what's happening in your world right now. Drop a comment below and let me know. Your challenges help me create the content that can make a real difference. If you found Emily's stories helpful today, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more practical strategies that actually work. I share new episodes every week, all created with real families like yours in mind. And remember, if you prefer listening while you're on the go, or whether you're cooking dinner or waiting in the car, you can find my episodes of Weekly Wisdom, informative strategies and real results right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for listening, and I'm going to talk with you again next week.